This is the news from Anti-Imperialist Front TV for the week ending October 13th, 2024. Şadi Naci Özpolat resisted and won. The revolutionary from Turkey, Şadi Naci Özpolat, imprisoned in Greece, had recently started a hunger strike against his unjust imprisonment and the threat of deportation. Şadi Özpolat, who has been imprisoned several times before in Turkey and Greece, has always been one of the revolutionaries targeted by fascism and imperialism. While completing the first week of his resistance, it was announced by his comrades that he regained his freedom in the evening hours of October 10th. Once again, the resistors won. Let us continue our solidarity with revolutionary prisoners all over the world. Victory belongs only to those who resist. Lawyer defenses started in Germany's paragraph 129 trial. The 129 case, in which Özgür Emre, İhsan Cibelik and Serkan Küpeli have been put on trial by German imperialism, continued on October 9th. The lawyers started their defences at the hearing of the case on October 9th, where the prosecution sought 6 years in prison for Özgür Emre, 4 years and 6 months for İhsan Cibelik, and 3 years and 10 months for Serkan Küpeli. In their defences, the lawyers exposed the unlawfulness of the prosecutor, Ralph Zeton, and the court, and especially strongly emphasized the legitimacy of resistance and the struggle against fascism. Roland Meister, one of the lawyers, said in his defense statement, "Who is the DHKPC fighting against? Against the Turkish state. This state has been judged many times by the ECHR. Those who fight against a tyrannical state cannot be considered terrorists. I demand the acquittal of my client." German fascism imprisons revolutionaries and accuses them of terrorism while supporting Israeli terror. The real terrorists are imperialism and fascism, not the revolutionaries. On the anniversary of October 7th, the peoples of the world were with Palestine. On the anniversary of the Al-Aqsa flood, the hearts of the whole world were with the Palestinian people. The Anti-Imperialist Front and friends were in the squares for the Palestinian people wherever they were. They participated in demonstrations in Greece, Germany, France, Belgium, Austria, Spain, the Netherlands, and around the world. We share with you images from these demonstrations. An action of solidarity with Palestine was held at the embassy of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela in Minsk, Belarus. It was attended by members of the Communist Party of Belarus. $17.9 billion to Israel in 1 year. Brown University published a report on US military aid to Israel since the start of the genocide in Gaza. It was stated that the US administration has provided $17.9 billion in military aid to Israel since the genocide in the blockaded Gaza strips began on October 7, 2023, which has led to an increase in conflicts in the Middle East. It was stated that the vast majority of the US aid consists of artillery shells and about 1 ton of bunker-busting and guided missiles used in airstrikes. Israel's biggest supporter is US imperialism. Zionism is one of the US outposts in the Middle East. Every blow struck against imperialism is also a blow struck against Zionism. The unity of anti-imperialist forces against this genocidal alliance of imperialists must be ensured. We cannot win without uniting and fighting. And that is the news from Anti-Imperialist Front TV for this week. Be sure to follow us on social media for news outside the mainstream. See you next week.